It's First Timothy chapter 4 and 12. It says, "Let no man despise thy youth, but be thou an example of the believers in word and conversation and charity and spirit and faith and purity, giving all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, the rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the 11 and 44 first fruit." Yeah, so we're going to go into First Timothy 4 and 12. And point of the matter, despise not thy youth. All right, spiritually and literally physically. You know what I'm saying? While you're still in your 20s and 30s, you know, even mid 30s, you should have a level of energy about yourself, you know, to still have a strong zeal. You know, if you know what I'm saying. So again, 1 Timothy 4 and 12, it says, "Let no man despise thy youth." Hey, when you let's just look at this word youth real quick in the Greek.
Strong's G 3503. Neates.
It says youthful age. It says newness and youthfulness. All right, so yeah, youthfulness. So you should be just to keep it straight, keep it a buck, man. You should just be on fire, especially if you're a young one, like like myself. Should just be on fire. I should be on more. I'm gonna just say it right here. I should be on more fire than what I am, and that fire should continue to stay lit. I'm young. In the spirit, also, an actual age. So certain things shouldn't be as strenuous to us young men as they are with older men in the spirit and literally older men in carnally, if you see what I'm saying. All right, it says, "But be thou an example of the believers." Yeah, so use your youth wisely, okay? Use your youth wisely. All right, drink on the milk. There's nothing wrong with being on the tit, for say, because that's where you get your nutrients. Okay. Matter of fact, let's see if I can get this real quick. All right, Hebrews 5 and 12. It says, "For when by the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of the Most High." Right, when you first come in, you're a babe, so you're going to be sucking the tit, all right? Usually, when a babe's being weaned or on the tit, that's when it has a lot of exponential growth. And it's a very pivotal time for a babe during that early youthful stage. That's when habits develop, personality develops, discerning from right and wrong develops. So the same thing in this truth. It's a very pivotal time in that youthfulness. So with that, with you being youthful in the spirit, man, and literally carnally, get around individuals who are gonna pretty much give you that milk that you desire to be good nutrients for your body, all right, in the spirit. It says, "And are become as such, have need of milk and not of strong meat." So it's probably a little example, all right, when you got visitors in town or whatnot, hey man, you should be pulling up, or opening up your quarters to those individuals, or be willing to extend that helping hand so it can alleviate certain stresses and things that may be a heavy burden on other brothers who consistently pick up the weight, if you see what I'm saying. All right? And here's another thing too, man. Don't be just a dude who shows face, if you see what I'm saying. I'm just showing face. No, actually genuinely be there and want to be there, that's a part of the youth. It's like a little puppy. You know, you first get a little 10-week-year-old puppy. All it wants to do is play, just wants to be around you, just is active as shit. You know, that's how you need to be in your youth. So don't despise it. Let's get that word despise real quick. This is gonna be a quick lesson, just a quick exhortation.
Strong's G 2706. Kataphraneo. Kataphraneo.
Right. Don't think little of your youth. Yeah, prime example. You know, I feel like my body feels like it's 54. You know, just through all the injuries and surgeries and being under the knife multiple times. Certain brothers in the faith know what I'm talking about because they probably got injured playing sports and things of that nature. You know, shit. I'm not here to make a damn sob story, but torn ligaments in my knees, the whole hole. I literally have a hole in my ankle, torn hamstring. I mean, some things just never got fixed. You know, monetary wise, just don't got it, and it takes a toll on you. You know, and it takes a toll on your confidence because you couldn't once do the things that you used to do when you were younger. But when you were younger, you took certain things for granted, and then you think of how you are now in a position. Damn, I really thought little of my youth during that time. So it's the same thing in the spirit. Don't think little of your youth. Like, use it to your benefit. All right? Use the youth to your benefit. Use that energy, that burst of energy that the Lord gave you, you know, in the spirit, and then, you know, use it in the body. All right? And then be an example to the ones who are coming in. Damn. Because you may have some individuals who may cross over freshly new in this, you know, in the spirit, and then they watch you, you know. So you have to be that example of the believers. It says in word, in conversation. So how is your conduct? How do you move? All right. How did you move in your youth? How do you move in your youth? All right, are you still pulling up? You know, are you active in group chats? Is your speech seasoned? Let's see, what's another thing? Are you being charitable, hospitable? Are you answering questions, being knowledgeable? What's another one? Are you putting your first foot forward? You know, let's say this: are you taking your stripes? If you see what I'm saying, because there may be rebukes and reproofs that come, and you may get rebuked and reproved publicly. All right, meaning in front of the body. All right, how is your conduct after that? You know, men watch you. All right, it says in charity. You know, charity covers a multitude of sins. Let's get the word charity here. You know, it's very important to take advantage of your youth, man. Agape. It means affection, goodwill, love, benevolence, brotherly love. Come on now. In your youth, your brotherly love should be on fire, man. Now, I'm speaking to myself. That goes into communication, calling one another, checking up on one another, praying for one another. You know, just having simple conversation. It ain't nothing. You can call a brother, talk to him for 5 minutes. Ain't nothing to it. Ain't nothing to it. You know, staying in your order. It says in spirit. Are you being a spiritual individual in your youth? All right. In faith and in purity. All right. So these things are very pivotal. So don't, you know, let no man despise thy youth. All right. Don't take don't take your youth for granted, man. You see what I'm saying? You know, be active while you in this. It also reminds me of, like, kind of, you know, just life in general, right? Let's just talk on a sense of credit. When you're young, you usually start building your credit at the age of 18. Are you fucking off with that in your youth and despising your youth? Or are you doing the right things, being smart, watching your conduct, having some temperance in your youth, all right? And doing things that you need to do for the latter, you know, for your, you know, setting yourself up for latter times. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing in the spirit. Are you getting all the milk? Are you on the tit? Are you on the nipple? Um, Getting the spiritual milk and nourishing yourself so you can be well nourished and grow to be a man in the spirit for these latter times that are coming. You see what I'm saying? You being on the tit, quickening your spirit. Now you're leveling up, having full meals and things of that nature in the spirit. Okay? Are you doing that in your youth? Are you taking advantage of it? Are you taking advantage of the zeal that you have? Real talk. You gotta take advantage of the zeal that you got. Are you consistently going back and refueling yourself? Refueling your lamp with some oil. I speak. You gotta do these things in your youth. Another thing in the youth? Are you watching your elders? You know what I'm saying? Because a youth can go astray real quick. So I didn't want to make this too long, man. Just an exhortation. When brothers come in town, pull up. All right. If a brother needs help, put your first foot forward. Try to be the first one. You should want to show that assertiveness or that the initiative. That's what I want to say. You should want to show that in your youth. All right. If you're dealing with infirmities or sicknesses, you're young, man. You have youth on your side to get over that. It's not like, and I'm speaking carnally. It's not like we're sitting here 60, 50, 60 years old in a cold to a 50, 60-year-old individual is going to be more effective than someone who's younger in age. You see what I'm saying? Don't despise your youth in both manners, spiritually and physically, in the flesh. Don't despise it. All right? So, Lord willing, this was edifying, exhorting. I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Achapadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone to rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. Till the next time, I say shalom, and like always, repent, for Yahweh Shai is coming back sooner than what me and you believed. Shalom.